He's back. Before we get started with today's exciting video, I do need to mention it is sponsored by Amazon Coins. We're getting 3% back if you guys buy these bundles in War of the Visions or FFBE. That big event is still going on until the 24th in FFBE and the 31st in War of the Visions. So not only can you save up to 20% when buying Amazon Coins and buying bundles, they're going to give you 3% back with this awesome deal going on. So clicking the link down below for this deal helps this channel immensely. It helps with analytics. It helps show them that you guys got my back. Very important to me, guys. Just like giving the video a like. If you guys could take time to click it, look at it, and maybe take part of the deal, I'd really appreciate it. Remember also, we have a huge event going on in Discord. We have a Discord link down below. You guys can go in there. The Clash of Communities is going on, where we're going to have an art contest, either cosplay or an art. I'm going to show my favorite art that we have submitted already right here of Laswell, looking amazing. That's the one I'm going to vote for. You guys can vote on as many as you want, and the winners are going to get some exclusive Square Enix merch. So if you haven't submitted yet, you have until the 26th. So get in there, put your submissions in. Anyway, let's get back to the video. All right, guys, super pumped for this week. We got 12 out of the way. Literally the most boring Final Fantasy ever. For Final Fantasy X, people hate when I say that. Final Fantasy X is here. My favorite FF character is Tidus, and we're getting a cool NV form of him, and we're getting NV Lulu. We also get NVA Waka. So we're going to go over these this banner and what I think of it, and we're going to try to keep out all of my, biased, but I'll give you guys a point of view of what I'm going to do. So the banners themselves are honestly kind of bad. They're not getting us any freebies like the cool vision cards that you could get or cool equipment. They're kind of run-of-the-mill, same old banners. Tidus is going to be a premium unit, making him harder to get all the way to EX3. And harder to pity, so that means he's got to be worth it. And within JP, he was, but because of Clash of Wills, because of the way the global meta is, he's really just not going to be that star that we all know he should be. Scrolling on down, we're going to get down to Tidus and talk about what makes him great. First off, I love the sprite. I love the fact that he's floating like he's playing Blitzball in the other art. It looks way better in game. It even looks good here, but it looks way better in game. He's literally floating in the water. They did a great job with that. So kudos for that. You made him look cool. He was very, very strong in JP, but that's because they didn't have morale-based stuff, right? So in Global, we're all about Clash of Wills. Get that morale up and burn down the boss. Now, Dark Vision, Tidus is going to be a bomb. He's going to be amazing. He's going to do a lot of damage as long as they're not resistant to water. He is locked to water on his LB, which is his main damage dealing ability. And he's going to have that weird Brave Shift where he has a cooldown on it, kind of like Chizuru was. Can't go back and forth freely, so that kind of sucks. Looking at his STMR, amazing, or at least it was until they added this bottom part, 5,500 HP. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm still recovering from COVID, so I feel better. I still have this cough and this like congestion. That's about it. But it's been about a week and a half, and I'm over it, so I needed to get out of here. Anyway, so we have HP 5,500, attack 140, high attack on that, defense 55. Activate preemptive LB boost for attack-based LBs. Boost damage of certain LBs at the beginning of battle. Now, see, it says certain. The LB can't have ignore defense. The LB has to be attack defense, physical. There's all kinds of things that go along with it. And the one unit I see us using this on besides Tidus is going to be Sky. That's going to be something important for you guys when you guys are looking even in the Clash of Wills. It'll work with Sky. But the problem is down here, because Gooby decided, hey, fuck Tidus' STMR. It ain't going to be that good. Preemptive LB boost. Attack does not affect LBs that deal morale-based damage. So if you're looking, you're like, yes, it's going to boost up my LBs even more in Clash of Wills. It's not going to, because they hate me and they don't want me to be super pumped about my unit. So Tidus' Garb, it used to be just an amazing STMR. I really wanted it. Then they add this little asterisk, and it makes it not as useful. There's a lot of units out there you can't use it on. Any morale-based one, anyone that ignores defense, any one of them that... There's all these, like, asterisks you have to throw in there. So, sadly, it makes it not as good as you once would think it would be. Moving on down. Okay, so talking about Tidus as a unit, like I said, he does a lot of damage, but he's going to be locked to water-based damage. He's going to be great in Dark Visions, but because he doesn't have the morale-based bump up, he's not going to be that useful in Clash of Wills. So, very good unit outside of Clash of Wills with water. Bad unit when it comes to Clash of Wills. You can't really use them in there because they didn't add that in. A good point about this is they did have their first live stream in a while, and they discussed that, JP units are looking like they're not going to be that great. You can't even get excited, like I said, for Tidus, because he's not going to be useful in Clash of Wills. Are you guys going to change that? You're going to start buffing up the JP units to kind of match those global originals. They said they're thinking about it, and it seemed more likely the way they talked about it, as opposed to sometimes they're like, yeah, we'll consider it, and they turn it into a ball and throw it in the trash can. It seems like like it's definitely going to be an option. So hopefully some of your favorite JP units do get some buffs. Looking at Mage Lulu here, the NV Lulu, we have an awesome Trust Mastery reward. The STMR is kind of like, it's okay. It's not terrible by any means. It's just okay. I wouldn't be searching for it. But Lulu isn't premium from what I understand, so she'll be easier to get. The Trust Master reward is Lulu's necklace, gives you magic 60 and then magic 100% when single wielding equipped in both hands. So we get true double hand magic. It is great. So like the one thing you want to get if you get a Lulu, the unit herself is SLMB. So not the best in the world, does okay damage, nothing too crazy. Just, you know, nothing to get too excited about in my opinion. But if you end up pulling her, the Lulu's necklace is going to be great and a lot of people want to use it, so that's good. Next up, we do have Waka getting NVA. Waka's NVA is not that powerful. There isn't really anything too crazy to go for. And if you're not going to be using Tidus, even his STMR that unlocks with his NVA really isn't going to be the best thing for you unless you have a unit in the future that you're really looking forward to using throwing weapons. Now, Tidus, in his shifted form, is going to love this STMR, and you can make it stronger through the event. So you want to get your hands on this. Make sure you guys have some Wakas ready to go or get some from this banner, because I do believe he should be up on this banner, rated up. And anyway, you can get this and make it stronger. It's going to be the best in slot for Tidus when you're using him in Dark Visions, because that's really where you're going to use Tidus most of the time. You can use him in story, but there's not really that too much hard stuff in story anyway. So overall, the banner is probably a super skip. They did talk about Nier coming out in that stream, and it's going to be coming out soon. They said before the end of the year. They didn't have any updates for that, and I'm assuming those units are going to be bonkers because they should have morale-based stuff, and everybody's going to be wanting them. So Tidus is more of like, you love 10 like me. You want to get your hands on one. We haven't talked about the card yet, but we're going to move over to the card. I think both the cards have amazing artwork and amazing animations, but again, it's because I love 10 so much, but a lot of people do. The card you get from Tidus, and again, remember, EX3, he's a premium unit, is good. It's good, and it has its uses, obviously. If you look, it has an attack of 150, goes to boost LB damage 50%, attack 300, and we get the chain limit increase by 100%. So you're not going to have to use the Clash of Wills ring. You're not going to have to use some kind of materia to get that full maximum damage cap, variability or whatever there. You're going to be able to get that with this card and free yourself up to using more stats from some of the other Clash of Wills items, along with the fact that you don't have to use a materia, just in case you're like me and you don't have all the Clash of Wills items yet. That's going to be able to do that for you. But it's really just a mid to high tier card that you have to go all the way to EX3 on a unit that a lot of people are not going to be using that much anyway. So it's kind of a meh. Moving on down, this one definitely is meh, but it's an awesome scene. If you guys don't remember this scene, it's amazing, and it looks awesome in the sprite form. It does require FF10 units, and that's the thing about Tidus's card. Most cards, when you get them from a unit, they require that unit or FFBE or FF10, whatever. Tidus's is open to anyone. There's no restriction on it, at least from what we see here, unless they made some kind of massive mistake. So that's why this card is mid to high tier because of that. If it was easier to obtain, I would say it's better, but it's so hard to get because you have to get EX3. This one, not so good. FF10 units only, so this one's just cool because of the way the artwork looks. And I am tempted to try to go for EX3 Tidus. One, because I love Tidus, but two, when they do an update, they'll do a massive update. They said it's coming, I think September, they said, in the live stream. We're going to get the ability to make our backgrounds vision cards, and it plays music from the vision cards. So it's going to play some Final Fantasy X music. I kind of want to get this card so I can have that. But, you know, that's kind of like not here or there. That's kind of really wailing out to try to get something. I do have some Lapis, but again, Nier's coming out soon, and that would be insane to miss out on the Nier. I wanted to talk about this because I'm not sure how much this is going to be, and I'm not sure if it's come out in the game before. So you guys can let me know in the comments below. However, Wheel of Fortune, kind of like Wheel of Fortune, copyrighted. 29 days, you guys are going to get a lot of Lapis. So if you look, it's 500 on buy. You get a total of 2,500 Lapis. Transcension Pearl expansion vouchers, which I don't even know if we need those. A lot of people need those anymore. You can let me know in the comments as well. And then we get NVEX tickets. So, and some energy pots and miscellaneous stuff. So I'm not sure if this is going to be worth it. It depends on the price to Lapis variation or calculation. And then also, you know, it's cool to log in and get cool stuff every day. Kind of like the Fountain of Lapis. But the 2,500, we'll have to see if it's worth it with all the other goodies. It might just not be worth it because the other goodies aren't that good. We obviously have a Final Fantasy X event going on, and then I want to talk about Summoner Yuna. So what they said on the live stream is everybody should be getting a Summoner Yuna for free, which is cool because her upgrades are insane. We get a huge Dark Imperil upgrade, but you have to use the crowns. But the big thing is her her field gets updated pretty well with Dark and Peril. I think is it Valfor that gives Dark? I'd have to look back into it. I'm sorry for messing that up if I did. But one of her fields gives a really good Dark and Peril from what I remember. And you have to use crowns to upgrade her. So, and she actually gets a lot of damage. She doesn't get the killers added on it because, again, it's Evo damage, but she gets really insane damage for a unit that is old and they upgrade. But the problem is, I've said it like 3 times now, you have to use crowns, and there's going to be ability upgrades they talked about during the anniversary for Global, where you have to use crowns and those like magic crystals or whatever that lets you buy the Gigantoirs that take you past 120. So there's a time and a place to be spending those crystals, and although Summoner unit is amazing, this will make her really strong. Is it now? I just feel like it's not. They're just like Global's gonna make something super powerful, and you're gonna really want those crystals, and you're gonna really want those crowns, and they're not. They're pretty much a rare commodity. You can't just go out and grab them and get them up. So I'm gonna be waiting. Legendary Guardian Orion, I don't think is as good as Summoner unit with these upgrades. So let that be known. I do think that does it show it here? I don't know if it does. Summoner Yuna, her weapon gets an upgrade in the new Vision World that comes out, I do believe, and you have to get it during that time or like you miss out on it. So make sure you guys get that. That's going to be pretty cool. But that's going to be this week, guys. I forgot about this. This is sick. So on top of the guaranteed NV unit we'll be getting, we're losing out on the 60 summon that we usually get every week, and everybody's trying to get NVs on that. We will be getting the fan voted NV summon guaranteed, and we're also going to be getting a free 10 summon daily, which is gonna be cool. That's a lot of units, limited to once per day. That's awesome, guys. Do not forget, also speaking of that, to be doing your frag dungeon. Okay, so a lot of people are confused with this. This is daily now. It's your permanent, it's forever, but you can get 1 to 3 per unit you take in here, fragments per unit. There's a way that you can kind of like cheese the system and work with it and keep doing it over and over until you get the number of fragments that you want. I just do it every day because it's just a hassle to be doing that. But don't forget to be doing this, because sometimes I forget and I have to remember at the very end of the day. So I want to make sure I remind you guys. So thank you again to Amazon for sponsoring this video. Please click down below. Click that link. It helps me tremendously. I know I ask you guys to click the link a lot, if you're interested in the deal, but this time I really need you guys to click that link and join that Discord. But clicking the link really helps out the channel. Super pumped about Tidus. Probably going to be pulled on Thursday. Also, Full Metal Alchemist is coming to... I do believe this week Edward Elric is coming to Epic 7. We'll be doing pulls in that. I have to get my hands on Ed. Ed's my favorite anime character of all time. Tidus, my favorite video game character of all time. For Final Fantasy, this is a week to go summon it. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below with everything I asked about and how you're doing in general. I'm healing up. I'm getting better. Subscribe for future content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.